Obviously this is what we've been leading up to in the spring, is this championship. It's really our time to really shine, I guess you can say. We're excited to get away. We've had the last couple of tournaments being our best, so I'm excited the team is peaking at the right time. Brittany Jarrett has really been putting in a lot of hard work and has really stepped up to us, so I'm excited to see what we can do this week. And obviously being the defending champions, I think they've been feeling a little pressure, but our focus this week has just been on having a lot of fun and keeping it simple, so we're excited. In general, what's really stepped up is 1 through 5. The first couple of tournaments in the spring and late fall, when we did lose a couple of players to injury, we had to go deeper down our roster, and there was a lot of pressure on our 1 through 4. And what's really changed this past month is we're now counting some scores from 1 through 5, which is how you win golf tournaments in college. Obviously, we're travel 5 and count 4, and what we've been able to do is to take a couple of scores from the past 2 tournaments from our 5th player, and that really eases the pressure on the top of the lineup. So I'm really impressed that certain players have stepped up in the last 2 tournaments and put in some really low scores that have helped us. We had a practice early this morning, and I talked to the team afterwards about Ket and Molly. They're the first players that I recruited that have been here for 4 years. So it's emotional for them and for me. They have been with me, as I said, my entire career here. Ket has played every single tournament for us. She has never missed a round in 4 years, so she's been such a key part of the success of this program and really committed to me at a time when our program wasn't successful, and she saw what was going to happen and what has happened. And Molly's just been such an integral part of this team. She hasn't been our best player, but she is always that player I've turned to when I've needed somebody to step up. And Molly always saves the best for last. If you look back at what she's done in the conference championships the past 3 years, Molly really steps up this time of year. So I'm excited for Ket and Molly to finish on a high note and hopefully have one more tournament, or maybe 2 after conference with regionals and nationals. Such a relief for Ket almost. She just put so much pressure on herself this year in general. She's had such a stellar career and set so many records for us. And she really has struggled early on this year. We made some equipment changes for her in the past month, which have really just boosted her confidence. Obviously last week a top 10 finish for her at the Marsh Landing event. Her game is as good as I've seen it ever in her career, so I know she's ready to go out there, and she's going to try and win this tournament. It's something she's always wanted to do, and as she's come very close. She's always finished in the top 10, so I know she's got a goal, and I'm confident she'll achieve it. The rankings are interesting. Anything can happen in a conference tournament, and it's testament to the ASUN, the improvement I've seen. In the 6 years I've been here, to watch the growth of the ASUN in women's golf is really exciting. There's always been certain teams that have been head and shoulders above the rest, but the playing field is really leveling out. Historically, ETSU, us, and Campbell at the time were always the most competitive. Since Campbell's left, Mercer's really stepped up, and they've had a great spring. So I think it's going to be a tight race, as it always is, between us and ETSU and Mercer, and then you never know what a school like Jacksonville and Florida Gulf Coast can do. So it will be close this week. I'm confident that after 3 days we'll come out on top, but we're ready to go out there and just take it shot by shot and see where we're at after 3 rounds. Yeah, for the first time in the history of the conference, we've moved to a neutral site, so we're playing at Jekyll Island. I know the course is much like we saw at Marsh Landing. It's going to be tight. It's yardage-wise, it's playing about 6,200 yards. The greens will be soft, and with the rain we've had, I think the fairways will be soft as well. So we've talked a lot about keeping it simple, like we did last week. We'll be first couple of rounds, just go for the middle of the green, make some easy pars, and then just get some confidence rolling. But it's very similar to the courses we've been playing this spring, so we're set up well for it.